In thermodynamics, we classify the universe into three types of systems. An open system exchanges both energy and matter with its surroundings. This is a living human being. We eat, we speak, we radiate heat. A closed system exchanges energy but not matter. This is a sealed terrarium. And then there is the isolated system, a system where neither matter nor energy can enter or leave. In 1978, the band Judas Priest recorded a track that is clinically regarded as a heavy metal ballad, but physically it is a documentation of a human being transforming into an isolated system. The song is beyond the realms of death. And today, we are going to calculate the cost of slamming the door on the world. The track begins with a B minor acoustic arpeggio. Musically, it is somber. Physically, it represents laminar flow. In fluid dynamics, laminar flow occurs when a fluid flows in parallel layers with no disruption between them. It is smooth. It is orderly. It is the sound of the protagonist's life before the crisis. He is calm. He is functional. But notice the lyrics. He had had enough. He told the world to go away. He is establishing a system boundary. He is cutting off the input of energy from the outside world. Let's pause here. Why does this acoustic section feel so cold? In statistical mechanics, we define entropy, S, using Boltzmann's equation. S equals K sub B, natural log of omega. Omega represents the number of possible microstates, the number of ways the system can be arranged. In a high-energy rock song, omega is high. There is chaos. There is movement. But in this intro, the musical arrangement is sparse. The bass is holding a root note. The drums are minimal. The microstates of the song are restricted. This is audibly creating a low entropy state. The protagonist isn't just quiet, he is freezing. He is reducing the number of possible configurations his life can take down to one: silence. He believes this is order. But as we are about to see, suppressing microstates doesn't eliminate energy, it compresses it. At 1 minute and 20 seconds, the distortion kicks in. The laminar flow collapses into turbulence. In physics, when a system is insulated from its environment, it undergoes what we call an adiabatic process. If you expand a system without allowing heat to enter, the internal temperature must drop. This is the chill you feel in the song. By cutting off the world, the protagonist isn't finding warmth, he is rapidly cooling. The distortion isn't anger, it is the sound of the internal pressure fighting against the walls of his own mind. We see this struggle most clearly in the first guitar solo performed by Glenn Tipton. Tipton's playing style is melodic, it is structured, it is classical. Thermodynamically, this solo represents a desperate attempt to decrease entropy. The protagonist is trying to organize his thoughts, trying to find a stable node within the isolation. You can hear the guitar reaching for connection, reaching for a melody that resolves. It is the sound of a mind trying to rationalize its own withdrawal. I am safe here, it says. I have created order. We need to analyze the specific intervals Tipton is using here. He is playing in the key of B minor using the Aeolian mode. Visually, if we mapped his frequencies, they would form a perfect sine wave. He creates what physicists call a stationary state. Even though the notes are fast, they return to the root. They resolve. It's a closed loop of logic. Tipton represents the protagonist's rational mind. He is saying, I can manage this isolation. I can control the variables. But listen to the rhythm guitar underneath him. It's chugging, building pressure. This is an isochoric process, adding heat to a container that cannot expand. And when you heat a sealed container long enough, it doesn't bend, it explodes. But the second law of thermodynamics is absolute. In an isolated system, entropy, disorder, must always increase. This inevitable decay arrives in the second solo performed by K.K. Downing. If Tipton was order, Downing is pure, unadulterated entropy. He utilizes the whammy bar to perform dive bombs, rapid drops in pitch that mimic a Doppler shift. It is chaotic. It is dissonant. It is the sound of the system falling apart. The melody dissolves. The structure collapses. The peace of mind the protagonist sought has turned into random thermal noise. There is another way to measure disorder: Shannon entropy. In information theory, this measures the unpredictability of a signal. When K.K. Downing enters, the Shannon entropy of the song skyrockets. He abandons the Aeolian mode. He uses chromatic passing tones, notes that don't belong in the key. To the human ear, this registers as a signal error. This is no longer music. It is the sound of the protagonist's neural pathways misfiring. In isolation, the brain, starved of external stimuli, begins to hallucinate. It generates its own noise to fill the void. Downing's solo is that hallucination. It is the sound of the system boundary failing. The outside world hasn't broken in. The inside world has broken out. The song ends with the line, "This is how he died." He didn't die of a wound. He didn't die of a disease. He died because he violated the laws of open systems. Human beings are not designed to be isolated. When we stop exchanging energy with the world, when we stop speaking, stop feeling, stop caring, we don't find peace. We simply accelerate our own heat death. Beyond the realms of death is a warning. It reminds us that the only thing waiting for us in total isolation is the cold. I'm the Judas Priest of orbital resonance today, and this is the thermodynamics of decay.